Fear Free English Club.
Someone asks you, "Are you free on Saturday?" And your brain just stops. What do you say? Today, you'll learn exactly how to talk about your schedule, make plans, and say no politely. Simple phrases you can use right away.
Welcome to Fear Free English Club. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Ben. This is the podcast where we teach you what to say when your brain stops working. Real English, real situations, no stress.
Every episode, we give you practical phrases you can use immediately, not textbook English, real spoken English.
And I make the mistakes so you don't have to. Well, I make them anyway, but at least you can learn from them, right?
That's the goal. So let's jump in. Ben, what happened to you last week?
Okay, Rachel. So I'm at work, right? And my coworker comes up to me and says, "Hey, Ben, are you free Thursday evening? We're having a team dinner." Simple question. Easy. But my brain, completely blank.
Oh no, what did you say?
I just stood there. I knew I was busy on Thursday. I had plans, but I couldn't remember how to say it. Do I say, "I have busy"? "I am occupy"? Nothing sounded right, so I just said, Thursday. Maybe?
And then?
She said, "Great, I'll put you down." And now I'm going to a dinner I can't go to because I forgot how to say I'm busy.
You know what then? You knew the answer. You just didn't have the right phrase ready. And that's exactly what we're going to fix today. We're going to give you simple, ready-to-use phrases for talking about your schedule.
Yes, please.
Here's the good news. You only need a few phrases. Once you know them, you don't have to think anymore. You just respond. So let's learn those phrases right now.
Your toolkit for today. 3 lines. Number 1, your time buyer. Let me check my schedule. This gives you 2 or 3 seconds to think. Number 2, your rescue line. Sorry, what day did you say? Use this if you need to hear it again. Number 3, your natural reply. That works for me. Or, I can't make it, sorry. 3 lines. That's it?
That's it. These 3 phrases will get you through most scheduling conversations. Let's practice using them.
Rachel, pretend you're asking me to meet up. Okay. Rachel, are you free on Saturday?
Let me check. Saturday. I have something in the morning, but I'm free after 2. Does that work?
Yeah, that works. So maybe like 3 o'clock?
3 is perfect. Where should we meet?
How about that coffee shop near the station?
Sounds good. See you Saturday at 3.
See you then.
Okay, let's break that down. I said, let me check. I didn't say yes or no right away. I gave myself a moment.
What does "let me check" mean exactly?
It means, wait, I need to look at my calendar, or I need to think for a second. You can also say, let me see, or just, let me think. They all work the same way.
So it's like buying time.
Exactly. Your time buyer. Native speakers use it all the time. And did you hear how I said, I have something in the morning? I didn't explain what, just something.
Really? You don't need to give details?
Not at all. I have something is enough, or I have plans. You don't need to explain your whole life.
That's so much easier. I always try to explain everything.
Keep it simple. And hey, if that tip was helpful, take a second to follow the podcast. That way you won't miss our next episode. Okay, let's try another situation. This time, you need to say no. I'll ask you. Ready?
Ready.
Hey, Ben, do you want to grab lunch tomorrow?
Oh, tomorrow, I can't. I am busy?
Good start, but let's make it smoother. Try, I can't tomorrow, sorry, I have a meeting.
I can't tomorrow. Sorry, I have a meeting. Wait, do I say a meeting or just meeting?
A meeting. You need the article. I have a meeting. I have an appointment. I have a thing.
I have a thing. That works?
Very natural. I have a thing means I'm busy and I don't want to explain. People say it all the time.
Nice. So what if I want to suggest a different day?
Good question. Say, how about Friday instead? Or can we do Friday?
Can we do Friday? What does do mean there?
Can we do Friday means is Friday possible? Or can we meet on Friday? Very common. You'll hear, can we do Tuesday? Can we do next week?
Oh, so I can say, I can't do tomorrow, but I can do Thursday.
Perfect. That's exactly right. Let's slow that down because this sentence is really useful. Listen to the rhythm. I can't do tomorrow, but I can do Thursday.
The stress is on can't, tomorrow, can, and Thursday. The small words are soft and fast. Try it. I can't do tomorrow, but I can do Thursday.
Good. A little faster now.
I can't do tomorrow, but I can do Thursday.
That's it. That's how real people talk. Short and clear.
You know what, Rachel? I used to think I needed long, complicated sentences to sound fluent.
Short is better. Native speakers use short sentences all the time. Can't do Tuesday. How about Wednesday? Works for me. That's real English.
Works for me. I love that one.
So easy, right? Does 3 o'clock work? Works for me. Done.
Wait, I want to practice saying no again. Can we do one more?
Sure, I'll invite you to something. Hey, Ben, we're going to karaoke on Friday night. You should come.
Oh, Friday, that sounds fun, but I can't make it. I have dinner with my family.
Ah, no problem. Maybe next time.
Yeah, definitely next time.
Ben, that was great. You said, that sounds fun, but I can't make it. That's polite and clear.
And I said why. I have dinner with my family.
You don't always need to give a reason, but if you want to, keep it short. I have dinner plans, or I have something that night, or I'm not free. All good options.
Now it's time for our fear-free rescue line of the day. This is the one phrase you memorize for when you freeze. Today's rescue line is, sorry, can you say that again? I want to make sure I have the right day.
That sounds so polite.
It buys you time and you sound careful, not confused. The other person thinks you're being responsible.
Secret panic. Nice.
Let's practice. Repeat after me, nice and slow. Sorry. Can you say that again? I want to make sure I have the right day. Now the whole thing together. Sorry, can you say that again? I want to make sure I have the right day. Sorry, can you say that again? I want to make sure I have the right day.
Perfect. Here are 2 more options you can use. Option 1, wait, what time did you say? Option 2, let me just write that down.
Let me just write that down. That's smart. Then you can pull out your phone and take a breath.
Exactly. You look at your calendar, you pause, and then you respond calmly. These rescue lines save you every time. Okay, Ben, let's do some role play. I want you to practice a full conversation. And here's the rule. It doesn't need to be perfect. If you make a mistake, just fix it and keep going.
Okay, I'm ready. I think.
I'm going to be your friend. I want to make plans with you for the weekend. Just respond naturally. Here we go. Hey, Ben, I was thinking we could do something this weekend. Are you free on Sunday?
Sunday. Let me check my what's the word? Schedule?
Take your time.
Okay. Sunday. I have busy. No, wait. I am busy. I'm busy in the morning.
Okay, what about the afternoon?
The afternoon is, I think I can do afternoon. What time you want? No. What time do you want to meet?
How about 2 o'clock?
2 o'clock. That's work for me. No, that works for me. Works. With an S.
Great. Let's meet at the park near my house.
Okay. The park. See you then?
See you Sunday.
See you Sunday. Okay, that was rough.
But you did it. You made mistakes and you corrected yourself. That's exactly what you should do. I have busy became I'm busy. That's work for me became that works for me. You fixed it in the moment.
It felt messy, though.
Real conversations are messy. The goal isn't perfect English. The goal is communication, and you communicated. Now let's try again. Same situation, but this time you know what to expect.
Okay, round 2.
Hey Ben, do you want to hang out this weekend? Are you free on Saturday?
Saturday. Let me check. I have something in the morning, but I'm free after lunch. Does that work?
Yeah, that works. How about 3 o'clock?
3 is good. Where do you want to meet?
There's a nice cafe downtown. Do you know it?
The one near the bookstore?
Yeah, that one.
Okay, that works for me. See you Saturday at 3.
See you then.
That was so much better.
Right? Same phrases, but smoother. You said, let me check. You said, I have something in the morning. You said, that works for me. All the phrases we practiced.
And I didn't panic this time.
Because you had the words ready. That's the secret. When you know the phrases, you don't need to think. You just talk.
I like this. Can we do one more? I want to practice saying no.
Sure. I'll invite you to something, and you need to say no politely. Hey, Ben, we're having a barbecue on Sunday. You should come.
Oh, a barbecue. That sounds really fun. But I can't make it on Sunday. I have plans with my family.
Ah, that's too bad. Maybe next time?
Yeah, definitely. Let me know when you're doing another one.
Will do.
How was that?
Really natural. You said, that sounds really fun first, which is friendly. Then you said, but I can't make it. Clear and polite. And you gave a short reason. I have plans with my family. Not too much explanation. Perfect.
And I said, let me know when you're doing another one. That felt like something a real person would say.
It is. That's how you keep the relationship warm even when you say no. You show interest in the future. Okay, let's talk about something cultural for a minute. In American English, people often avoid direct no answers.
What do you mean?
Instead of saying, no, I can't come, people usually soften it. They say things like, I wish I could, but, or, that sounds great, but I have plans. It's more indirect.
So saying just no is rude?
Not exactly rude, but it can feel a bit cold. Adding something positive first makes it warmer. That sounds fun, but I can't make it. I'd love to, but I'm busy that day.
So you say something nice, then say no.
Exactly. Nice thing first, then the no. It's a small thing, but it makes a big difference in how friendly you sound.
Good to know. I'll remember that.
All right, let's do a quick review. We covered a lot today, so let's make sure you remember the important phrases. Repeat these after me. Let me check my schedule.
Let me check my schedule.
I have something that day.
I have something that day.
I can't make it, sorry.
I can't make it, sorry.
That works for me.
That works for me.
How about Friday instead?
How about Friday instead?
Great. And our rescue line one more time. Sorry, can you say that again? I want to make sure I have the right day.
Sorry, can you say that again? I want to make sure I have the right day.
And one pronunciation tip. When you say can't, make sure it sounds different from can. Can't has a strong T sound at the end. Can't. And it's a bit longer. Listen, I can go versus I can't go.
I can go. I can't go.
Perfect. That T sound is important. Without it, people might hear can instead of can't. Big difference.
Yeah, saying the opposite of what you mean would be bad.
Very bad. Okay, it's challenge time.
I love challenge time.
Here's your fear-free challenge for this week. We want you to write a comment. Tell us what's one plan you need to make in English this week. Maybe you need to schedule a meeting. Maybe you want to invite someone to coffee. Write it in the comments, just 1 or 2 sentences.
And we read the comments, so we might reply to you.
We definitely will. And here's an easy question too. What day is your favorite day to make plans? Saturday, Sunday, a weekday? Tell us in the comments.
Mine is Saturday. I like Saturday plans.
I'm a Sunday person myself, more relaxed.
All right, everyone. That's our episode for today.
Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit that subscribe button. And if you found it helpful, share it with a friend who's learning English too.
Leave us a rating if you can. It really helps other learners find the podcast.
And remember, you don't need perfect English to communicate. You just need the right phrases and the courage to try.
You're going to make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. But that's how you learn. Every mistake is progress.
So go out there this week and make a plan with someone in English. Use the phrases we practiced. Let me check. That works for me. I can't make it, but how about next week?
You've got this.
You really do. We'll see you in the next episode of Fear Free English Club.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.